Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of October 5th. As always, we'll start off with the Mythic Plus affixes for this week. We have Fortified, Inspiring, Grievous, and Tormented. Again, that's Fortified, Inspiring, Grievous, and Tormented. Not a terrible week. Grievous in general is not loved, especially at high keys, and Inspiring can be difficult to deal with for some pugs doing your weekly keys. But, you know, neither of them are terrible to deal with, and at worst, you probably only have one that's really terrible to deal with. So, depending on your group, but not too terrible. Those are towards the end of the rotation. It appears they're really terrible weeks. So, again, not a terrible week again this week. So that's pretty good. Although, like I did mention, Grievous especially can be a little bit much dependent, especially if you're doing high keys. Let's go ahead and hop into what's going on in game this week. Unfortunately, it's once again not a ton, but at least there's some stuff still going on. You'll still have a couple days to do brewfest. You can try to get your mount. I actually got my brewfest ram. So I got the Kodo a long time ago, but I actually got the ram this year. I was doing it on quite a few characters. I didn't do that many runs, probably like 20 to 30. And I got the Rams, the Ram. So I got the mounts for Brewfest. Would like to see, as I did a video about them, hoping that they would update holidays and stuff. I would like to see Brewfest continue to be updated. It's one of the better little holidays that they have in game. We also have the fair going on this entire week. As always, this is a good place to go get mounts, pets, achievements, every little thing, extra experience, extra honor, plus ups on your professions. Do they need to update the Darkmoon Fair? Absolutely, but it's still a valuable resource the way it is now. I do hope they update it. Historically, what they've mostly done is like add like these little side events to it. But I want them to kind of like even revamp the mini games, make them more modern. They're fine for what they are, but maybe add some more to them. Then maybe have like a custom UI or something. Something like that would be pretty cool in my opinion. So Darkmoon Fair this week. Our PvP brawl this week is Packed House. As we continue our PvP brawls of Shadowlands. If you haven't heard me mention it before, the reason why they're doing this is because they use the data from PvP brawls to try to figure out what kind of dungeons they should do, or not dungeons, what kind of new battlegrounds they should make and stuff like that. So that's why they really leaned on these PvP brawls here in Shadowlands. And then we also have the dungeon event as the weekly event going on. Not too exciting in the point of a patch where there's not much to do. You're not really probably running a ton of dungeons for extra loot at the end. So not super helpful there. So we are into October here. I would not be surprised if we get the 9.1.5 patch date. I think the very earliest it would come out would be the 26th of this month. I don't necessarily think that will be the case, but I think that would be probably about the earliest it comes out. So late October. And then I think anywhere somewhere in the middle of November is probably more likely, but I do think it's possible that we at least get the patch date this month. So keep a lookout for that. There has not been much content to do, unfortunately. So last week I didn't really do hardly anything. There was some pink Elec chicanery that came out, but I wasn't able to do the video. It was like 3 days later when I was thinking about doing the video, and it just seemed pointless to do at that point. But other than that, there wasn't really anything that came out this past week. So hopefully there's either more news this week, more data mining, class changes, something to do this week in the game. Other than that, it's pretty barren. We're waiting for the patch. There's going to be a lot to do in the patch. I mean, I'm going to be spending probably the full time in the mage tower trying to get all done on all my characters for the achievement and stuff. But it'll be that'll be fun and busy. But until that point, it's gonna be a little bit dead. We do have Hollow's End coming up, which is another good holiday. You go from Brewfest, take a week off, Hollow's End. That's a good holiday where there's some stuff to do and kind of fun stuff to play with there. But other than that, it's just kind of a dead time waiting for a patch, unfortunately. It is what it is. This always happens. As far as rating goes, I always give like a little update, personal update. We are on KT. We got some pretty good polls on him. I think we have some attendance issues this week, so I don't know that we'll get him down, but it's definitely possible that we get down KT this week. That would be really good if we did. Move on to Sylvanas. And then I'm down to do re-clears because I like to get everybody them out in the guild. So hopefully everybody in the guild's down for re-clears. I think Sylvanas will take us a few weeks when we get there. So I think the D2 hype will be down a little bit by then. And the New World hype as well will be down a little bit by then. So I think people will probably be down for re-clears. Plus 9.1.5 will be coming out soon, probably around while we're on Sylvanas. So, I'm looking forward to that and getting some re-clears and maybe getting all the best in slot possible this tier. That would be good if I'm able to do that. And if not, it's fine. I've still had a pretty good tier myself, so I'm pretty happy about it. That's about it for this week, unfortunately. Wish there was more. As always, if any news or anything hits, I will, of course, do videos about that. But until then, you just have to wait and hope. So that's it for this video, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.